So hit the follow button and the like button even before you start watching this video. And today's video is on the sum function in Python. And the question is if we have a list of values and we assign this list to this variable number, and then we want to print out the sum of num plus num comma 100, what is the actual answer? And the first question, the first option is A, which is 14, which is the sum of all of these numbers. The second option is B, which is 114, which is the sum of all of these numbers plus the 100 over here. The third option is C, which is 414. I'm not even sure where one might get that from, so I might rule that out straight away. And the fourth option is D, which is a type error, which is saying that we can't add up a list and then put in an extra number like this. So let's go ahead with the code and actually do this. So the first thing we'll do is we'll create this variable, and this variable is of type list, so we can do that. We can type int in Python and we can set it to be 2, 3, 4 and 5, just like that. And then we can do a print of the sum, but actually what we'll do is we'll break this down a little bit. So we'll do a my underscore sum like this, and then say that is equal to the sum of num comma 100. And before I actually exit this, I'm going to just keep on the IntelliSense here, because it actually tells us what's going to happen, which is return the sum of a start value, and the start value is this second argument here, which is the start of type integer, and it defaults to 0, plus an iterable of numbers. So the first argument is actually the iterable. So it's kind of like giving us a clue as to what's allowable and what's not allowable. When the iterable is empty, return the start value. Okay, fine. So if this was empty, it possibly might just return 100. But anyway, what we'll actually do now is we will be able to print our my underscore sum like that. And just kind of like as a reminder over here, if we look at this line, which is line number 2, and duplicate it, paste this straight underneath, this num over here is actually equal to this list here. So I have to scroll over this list here, which is the 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we could in theory replace it, and the question is this allowable in Python? Now these two, the first two and possibly the third one, are the logical answers. We rule out C automatically. But given that we've just hovered over the function and we've got the IntelliSense describing what it actually says happens, what we're actually told is that this list is what gets summed up, but we actually start from this particular number. So what we're going to get is this particular number plus the sum of this list. And if the sum of this list is 14, then we're actually going to end up with 114 as the answer, which should give us the answer of B. Now I can comment this out because it won't make any difference because we've already got the sum up here. And then we can run this piece of code, and in fact we do get 114 back, which means that 114 over here, which was answer B over here. And that's basically it. The sum function works with in other languages too. It's relatively sophisticated, a bit more advanced in Python. It's quite convenient to do it like this. We could have, if we did remove this number here, we would have had 14. And if we just stuck in 100 over here, we would have, oops, well, actually it wouldn't allow it because it needs to be an iterable. So it would have had to have been 100 like that in order for it to work. So that's basically how the sum function works. It basically takes whatever's in here and then it has one extra optional keyword. I'm going to call it a keyword argument here, which is the start. So we could put in start here, and then it really started at 100 like that. So that would probably be a little bit cleaner for us to have. And I'll put in the num over here. So that's actually what happened. That 100 wasn't just a 100, it was the keyword argument of start, which returned 114. And that's it. Thumbs up, like, follow. Even if you didn't like the video, still like it. and still follow, subscribe, and forward on to friends. Thank you.